like a queue and people already ready?
People already waiting. I'm right now. I'm just gonna listen, see if I can hear it, and then
They're gonna hear everything I say.
That's shocking for hours. Oh, this was just.
Burritos here. What's up? Got 4 heads. About the archery.
You gotta talk to them. Go, hey, what's up?
No, you guys can just stretch while we wait for some other people to roll in here. We got 3 minutes, so just take your time, stretch.
We can just.
Am I muted right now? Am I muted? I have to stay here. I gotta stay in this square. I gotta stay in the square. I gotta stay in the square. Okay. ¿Qué tal, amigos? Kim, come here.
come here. Take that spot.
All right. So we're gonna. All right. So we're just gonna get started here, guys. We're just gonna start off with some jumping jacks, and then we're gonna throw some of our punches just to get warmed up. So everyone together, hands by our side. Ready, just warm it up. We'll start with a big bow. Good. After you guys, big bow. All right, and then into our jumping jacks. Ready, go. Hands all the way up and down. Chicos. All right, into our guard stance. Good. Every time I count, we're going to take off of that body punch, long reach, pushing off with both legs. Ready? On our toes, front hand out. Ready? 1. Good. Bounce back to our spot quick. Ready? 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And into our flutter kick. So we lay all the way down, hands above our head, kicking our feet out, shoulder scale. Good. Hands up, kicking our feet out. Ready? Everyone down. Just 20 seconds. Ready? Go. Kicking our feet out. Keeping our legs straight. Good. And stretch. Just take a second to stretch. We'll do that all again. Good. All right, back up. Jumping jacks. Go. Good. All right, guys, back into our guard stance. We're on our toes. We're going to take off with our front hand now. So we take off with just the front hand, just the back fist, or we could throw the back fist and the reverse punch after. Okay, but leading with our front hand now. Ready? On our toes, 10 of them. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One last. 10. All right, back to our flutter kick. So we'll take a seat, we're all the way down, hands above our head. We're kicking our feet out, keeping our legs straight. Ready? Go. Good. And stretch. right, so just while we're stretching here, guys, we're gonna get into our shadow sparring now. So I just want you guys to use your space, keeping your front hand out, using your movement, your fakes, and you're just taking off with your reverse punch only. So we're finding different ways to set up our body punch. I like to think of my three primary techniques as my back fist, my reverse punch, and my sidekick. So we're going to use those three techniques mainly right now just to kind of get our body warmed up, because we're going to score the bulk of our points with those three techniques. So just using our space, movement, fakes, setting up our reverse punch to start off, and we'll add a little bit of fitness in between and get a few shadow sparring rounds like that. So right now, hand is out, movement, fakes, and just finding different ways to set up that reverse punch using our creativity offensively and defensively. All right, standing up, ready? You guys can take a little step forward so you guys can move. Right, you guys just use the space that you have. Ready? Go! Good. All right, now in our push-up position, so watching these guys here, we're just going to work our shoulder touches. So we're here, opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Ready? As fast as we can for 20 seconds. Ready? Everyone down. And go. Fast shoulder touches. Good. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Back up. Okay, same thing. We're going to add in our sidekick now. So reverse punch still offensively, reverse punch defensively. We can work our offensive sidekick and set up our defensive sidekick as well. So same thing, shadow sparring, setting up those two techniques. Ready? Go! Let's kick it the whole out. Good. All right, back into that push-up position. We're going to work those shoulder touches for another 20 seconds. Ready, go. Seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Okay, and that last technique that I talked about earlier is that back fist. So whether it's a step in, a defensive back fist, just shooting it offensively, right? That's a technique that we're going to be scoring with a lot. So we have those three techniques now: our back fist, our reverse punch, and our side kick, both offensively and defensively, using our fakes and our movement to set it up. Ready? Go! Last shot is sparring round. Go! Good. Time, guys. Into our push-up position. Last one. Your 20 seconds for our shoulder touches. And then we're going to get into our drills. Ready? Go.
Just demonstrate how to do it by yourself.
Time. All right. So, over here right now. So, I'm just going to do this with homage here. So, it's going to be our first drill. So, I'll have you guys grab a partner just while I explain this here. Okay, but we're going to work our fake and how we're going to set up our reverse punch. So, I posted a YouTube video on WKC World of me kind of just going over this drill. This is something that I practice a lot, and it helps me work my spacing and my timing. And it's one of the ways that I like to set up my primary technique that I talked about earlier, which is my reverse punch. So what we're going to do here is a lot of time we try to throw a reverse punch without actually setting it up. So this is going to be one of our setups that we can do. We're getting a reaction from our opponent, and we're using that reaction to set up our punch. So when I fake at homage, he's going to give me a common reaction, which is to just pick up his leg. Obviously, homage doesn't want to get hit with my reverse punch, so he's going to pick up his leg to protect him when I fake it in, because he thinks I'm coming forward. So I'm here, I throw my fake, and I get his leg to come up. So I'm sure a lot of us, that's happened in a fight where we fake and we get this type of reaction, but sometimes we don't always work off of it. We just kind of leave it in the back of our mind and don't end up capitalizing off of that opportunity. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fake initially. His chamber is going to come up. The second time I fake, I'm going to wait for it to drop, and that's when I'm going to throw my reverse punch. So I'm here on my toes, I throw my fake, boom, I get the reaction I want, I keep working, I fake, that chamber comes up, boom, and that's when I throw my reverse punch. Okay, so my partner's doing the same thing. He's on his toes. I'm just going to pick my leg up straight. As soon as he kicks, my chamber comes up. That's my reaction. It comes up, and we throw a reverse punch right after. And we want to make sure we do too. I don't want to make it obvious that I'm trying to set up my punch. So after my fake, it's really important we're not faking and just freezing up, waiting to throw that punch. I'm on my toes. I fake and I stay active. I fake, I stay active, and that's when I throw my punch as soon as he lands. Okay, so let's just work that back and forth. If you don't have a partner at home, that's okay. You guys can just sit in front. If you have a mirror, that would be great. If not, just on your spot, adding a little bit of movement with a hard fake. Continue, another hard fake, and then throw our punch after. Just imagine the leg coming up and then dropping down. Okay, with our fake, make sure that we're putting the hand out in front of us. All right, a lot of time we try to fake in close here. Okay, but we need to really sell that we're trying to go forward, and a good way of doing that is stepping into the zone and coming back out. Obviously, we don't want to stay here, but stepping into the zone and giving our opponent something to look at. So that's why that front hand is always a good option, putting it in their face and giving them something worth reacting off of. Okay, so strong hard fake, back on our toes, strong hard fake. After the second one, we throw our reverse punch. All right, let's try it back and forth. These guys will be doing it here, so you guys can check that out as well. Ready? Go! Just alternating back and forth. And if anyone watching has any questions at any point too, feel free to just drop them in the chat here, and we'll be happy to help you guys out. Five more seconds to this drill, guys. 45 seconds, and we'll move to the next one. Good. Time, guys. All right. We're going to add the next leg to this one. All right. Sometimes it's not just a chamber. Sometimes the reaction we get is a side kick. So obviously, if I fake and stay in the same spot and he throws a kick, he's going to hit me. So I have to disengage. I want to keep my front hand out. I throw my fake, boom, and he's going to push me out of the zone. Okay. When I step into his zone, his reaction is to push me out with that side kick. If I don't create the space, obviously, I'm going to get hit. So this is a really common reaction we see from a lot of fighters. Sometimes we'll be fighting, and even if I don't fake, I'm going to see that single kick a lot of the time. We're moving around, and there's lots of single kicks, single kick again. We're just moving around, and it's just single kick, single kick, single kick. So we can catch onto that pattern. I know when I step into a zone that that's most likely the reaction I'm going to get. So my hand is out. I'm going to step into the zone, boom, and I'm going to disengage now. So I'm on my toes. I'm going to step into the zone again, boom, and that's when I'm going to take off. So we're just adding the slide on the kick now and the full extension. Before it was just the chamber. I would want to make sure that I'm creating space and keeping my hand out. If I try to create space without having my hand out, it's going to be really hard for me to judge that space. I'm going to be here and back out. And that kick is going to be too close. And sometimes even here on the elbow, that'll get called because it's hard to see. So I want to keep that hand out. And I want to make sure that the kick doesn't pass my palm. I want to keep it out in front of me. Hard fake, boom, and I push back. Hard fake into the zone, boom, and back out, and that's when I throw my punch. Okay? We want to shorten that time in between the leg dropping and our punch as much as we can. So as his foot's dropping from that kick, boom, I'm throwing my punch, but I'm not going flat. So I don't want to go kick, but I'm waiting because I know it's a single kick, and then I turn into my punch. I want to stay on my toes, active, fake, boom, boom, and then I take off to my reverse punch immediately after. Okay, so if we're doing this alone, the only thing that we're adding is this disengage, okay, after we fake. So if I was by myself here, I'm just facing the front, and I'm going fake, disengage with my hand out. Movement, fake, disengage, and then I take off with my reverse punch afterwards, okay? So let's do it again, 3 minutes with our partner. Make sure we're throwing a real side kick at our partner, so we're actually forcing them to create space afterwards. Okay, so that's the only thing that we're adding. Ready? Go! Back and forth. Five seconds, guys. That's not the last part. Oh. 'Good time, guys. All right. Watch your ears. This is the last layer that we'll add. So this is going to be the most common reaction we get when someone steps into our zone. So when I take that step into Omash's zone, my hand comes up. It's going to be this defensive reaction where our partner kind of pops back, whether it be a chamber or that defensive back fist. Maybe they pop back for a defensive reverse. Okay, but it's them creating space. Okay, and if that's a consistent reaction that we get, that's something that we can work off with as well with our dash into their space. So I'm on my toes, I wait for that reaction, boom. Okay, I get him to pop back. And now as he's popping back, I'm gonna close the space with him and then take off with my reverse punch. So we're on our toes, front hand is out, hard fake, good, I'm back on my toes. He closes the gap again, I fake, he pops back, I dash into the zone and then take off with my reverse punch afterwards. Okay, so the only part that we're adding here is dashing into the space rather than just letting our partner walk back into our zone. We're actually going to try to continue to be aggressive and overwhelm them and take that space away rather than letting them kind of step back into a comfortable spot in the ring. So if we're doing this alone, we're going to have to add in that dash now. So we're on our toes, hard fake, Good. And then the second hard fake, immediately after, we're going to dash into the zone and then take off with our reverse punch. Okay, so partner that is popping back, you can do that with a defensive side kick, creating space, or a defensive back fist. Okay, we can hop back into the zone. We're moving around. We do it a second time. As we land, that's when our partner's going to take off with the reverse punch. Okay, try to dash as our partner is creating the space. I don't want to fake him pop back and then I work into the zone because I'm just going to get hit. Okay, I want to try to time it up where as he's popping back, I'm creating the space, and as his foot drops, I'm already there hitting him. Okay, so let's work that back and forth another 3 minutes here. Ready? Push off that back leg, close the space quick, and then take off. Ready? Go! Good. Time, guys. All right. So for this last one here, I'm just going to fake in my partner and I'm going to get different reactions from him. So I might get just a chamber. I might get him sliding forward with that side kick. And I might get him popping backwards. Okay, my job is just to continue to fake, move around with him, and just depending on what I get, to react off of it. Okay, one person, if we're partnered up with our partner, if we're at home, we can just continue going through for both rounds. But if we do have a partner, one partner is going to continue to throw the fakes and the reverse punch while the other partner reacts, and then we'll get a chance to switch roles. So if I'm here with Omosh, I'm on my toes, I fake and I get different reactions. Boom. I think that creates space here. Maybe on the last one, he pops back, and that's when I want to slide in and shoot my reverse punch. Okay, and then I just continue to work through. I get different reactions from him. Good, maybe the next one, boom, he takes off, boom, and then I take off reverse punch here. Okay, so just sit in front of your partner, use your movement, get comfortable faking at them and seeing the reactions come towards you. If you do the wrong reaction, that's okay, right? That's why we're doing it, is just to kind of get comfortable behind the leg, get comfortable stepping into our zone, and just train our body to react off of different looks. Okay, so once again, if we're doing this alone, you're not going to have someone actually reacting for you, but it'll be a good opportunity to continue mixing up the 3 different layers that we worked on, where you can dash into the space, you can disengage, or you can just fake, continue to move, and take off with just a chamber. Okay, so just one partner is going to continue working for a minute and a half, then we're going to switch roles. Okay, we're going to do 2 times after that. So we'll start off with partner 1, hard fakes, setting up that reverse punch, and then we'll switch over to partner 2 after a minute and a half. Ready? We're set. Figure out who's doing it first. Good, and go! Good, 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds, take part. Good, time. Okay, so let's switch roles, but just before we switch, one time thing just to think about, just because I saw it here a little bit with our crew, but just if we're at home working this stuff as well, let's make sure that we're not just sitting in front waiting for reactions here, where I'm just sitting on a straight line and faking foam here, because this isn't going to translate to our sparring super well. We want to try our best to stay active at least while we're working through these different progressions. So I want to stay moving with my front hand out and work my face off of my movement. Okay, because this is going to be something that's going to make a little bit more sense. It's going to translate to our sparring, because obviously when we do spar, especially in a tournament atmosphere, we're not getting fights where we're just sitting in front and staring at our partners. So let's try our best to stay busy and work our face off of that movement as well. So it just becomes part of our movement. It's not something that we're like consciously thinking about, right? Our fakes become part of our movement, okay? So just something to think about for partner 2. Ready? And go! Good, time. All right. Go back to partner one. So the same thing with time. Partner one, continue to throw those fakes off of the movement, getting those 3 different reactions, and then working off of those. All right. He's got to get a little crowd. Yeah, shut up. Good. Ready? Out. Same thing. Yeah, same thing. Partner one. Ready? Go. Good, time. All right, same thing, partner two. All right, same thing. Ready? Go! Good. All right, time, guys. All right. So this next one, we're just going to be going down the floor and back. Okay. So I'm the partner with my back to open space here. This partner's going to be kicking, so I'm going to be disengaging. My hand is out. My partner's just going to be throwing single kicks, so single side, single round, single hook. My hand is out, and I'm just working on having that hand out in front of me, getting comfortable touching the foot, but not swatting it. So I'm creating space. My hand is out. He throws his kick, and I'm just here touching. I'm just here touching. Maybe it's a side kick. Maybe it's a side kick. Now we're going to scoop here. All right, I'm keeping my hand out in front of me. As he kicks, I'm touching the foot and disengaging. My partner's back over here now, all the way to the end. I'm going to do the same thing back. So now I'm going to kick. His hand is out. I'm throwing my side kick. I'm throwing my roundhouse kick. I'm throwing my hook kick. Okay? And my partner's job is just to disengage. Instead of working back on a straight line, I can continue to work my small movement. So I don't have to be here just going straight back the whole time. I can add some small movement here once again. Boom. Right? This is just going to translate a little bit better to our sparring, right? Adding those little steps rather than getting in the habit of being on a straight line. Like we always want to keep our body move it a little bit. Okay, so we're just gonna work back and forth with a single kick, keeping our front hand out, getting comfortable once again just behind that leg. Right, with that foot is in our face, we don't want to panic, we want to be able to touch the foot and create space most importantly. So keeping the hand out, create the space, and touch. We don't want to touch before we create space, because if I do that, boom, I'm going to get hit. So I want to make sure I'm creating space, that the hand goes out, right, and I catch it on my palm. All right, we don't want to lead with our knuckles here, because I can't really change the direction of the foot with the front of my hand. We want to work with our palm here, right, and that way I can work my scoop and counter eventually later on. Okay, so just hand out, disengage. This way, if you're working by yourself, you can do the exact same thing. We just don't have someone kicking at us. So our hand is out, we're just going to disengage and touch. Keeping our movement going, boom, touch and disengage. Touch and disengage, okay? Back and forth. Ready? Go! Good time, guys. All right, so watching the fitness just in between these rounds here. We're watching these guys, right? They're locking their feet together. Good. All right, they're just going to come up. We're going to start with the right hand. We're going to do 4 punches to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we come down. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just helping us twist and make sure we're getting our whole core, not just the front. Okay, so locking our feet together with our partner, sitting up, 4 punches at the top for 30 seconds. Then we go right back to our disengages off the kick. Ready, set, and go. Good. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, back with our partner. Good. We got our double kick now. So the same deal. My hand is out. My partner's doing a double kick. I have the hand out in front of me, and I got to work on 2 disengages, and then I'm right back on my toes. So hand is out. 2 kicks. 1, 2. I'm keeping the hand out. 1, 2. Back on my toes. 1, 2. Just getting used to creating a space, having my hand out, and getting comfortable behind that leg. I'm on my toes now. We're doing the same thing. Boom, boom, double kick, changing up the levels. Boom, boom. Okay, I'm throwing my kicks in my partner. Boom, boom. And he's adding that movement as well. So we're not working on a straight line back, right? Get comfortable adding some slight movement as well. Okay, same thing, just a double kick now. If you're working on your own, right, we're going back 1, 2. Right, using that front leg to push us back. Boom, boom. Okay, ready, let's try it. Go to the back, double kick, front hand out, double disengage. Go. Time. Good. All right. Now back down for those rocky sit-ups. We're gonna add one more after this round. Good. So we're sitting up. We got 4 punches at the top, and then back down. Ready? Make sure we're twisting our body into each punch. Go. Good. 5 seconds, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right. So last one. So now we're going to actually work off of that kick and counter with a punch. So my hand is out. I'm creating the space, and I'm just waiting for the leg to drop. When the leg drops, I'm shooting my reverse punch. I can maybe shoot my back fist if you let your partner know. And then just have to make sure that they cover up with their hands so you're not hitting them in the head, obviously. So our hand is out. The partner's throwing that double kick. Boom, boom, as it drops, I'm countering with my hands. Right? I'm just getting used to working off the leg, boom, I'm comfortable here, boom, and I'm throwing my punch as the foot's dropping. So watching the chamber, make sure we're creating the space, we're staying active, and then we counter once the leg drops, and we just keep working down the floor. Okay? When our partner gets all the way to the end, I start kicking at them, the same thing. Right? So make sure we're not punching and following through after, because that's going to take forever. Right? I throw my punch, and I take a step back, my partner continues to kick it, boom, boom, creating the space, and then counter punch. Okay? If we're working alone, once again, same thing. My hand is out. I can use my space. I'm disengaging. 1, 2, right? And then I'm throwing my punch at the end of it. Okay? So let's try it last round like this with our partner at the end. Double kick, then work off of the leg once it drops. If you guys are comfortable with it, you can work your step in as well, or maybe your scoop and your jam if you guys want to try that. Ready? Bow. Go! Time. Good. All right. Last round of those rocky sit-ups. 30 seconds. Sitting up, punch, punch, punch. Ready, set, and go. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And time. All right, guys. So just to finish off here, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to kind of just work on the things that we talked about today. So using our fakes to set up our punch, but also keeping that front hand out to help us create space and get away from the leg and get comfortable behind the leg. So we're going to go back to the shadow sparring we were doing earlier. You guys can put everything together. All right, if you want to try something that we did today, feel free to do that, obviously. But every time I say go, we're going to add in a burpee. So we're just going to finish off a little bit of conditioning here. So when I say go, make sure we drop first. We're going to jump up, land on our knuckles, feet out, back, and then on our toes. And then we continue through. And every time we hear the go, we drop, pop up, feet out, and back. All right, we can add the push-up in as well, of course, if we'd like. And then to finish off the shadow sparring round, we're on our knuckles in our push-up position, and we have our mountain climbers to finish off, okay, for 20 seconds. We're going to do 2 rounds of that, and then we'll be all done, okay? So let's get into that shadow sparring. Every time we hear the go, we're going to drop down, jump up for our burpee, and then continue through. All right, ready, spreading out. We're ready, set, and go. Good. Staying busy, busy. Good. Watching our space. Go. Stop. Good. Watch your head. Nice. Good. Go. So. Go! 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 Good. Keep going, guys. Our hands down. Staying active the whole time. See if we can add those fakes to our movement. We're not even thinking about it, we're just moving and staying. No, no. Go. Good, and then into that push-up position. Ready? We're set. We got 20 seconds. Driving our knees in as fast as we can. Ready? Go! Good. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Taking a second. We go up one more time. Working through lots of movement fakes, setting up those primary techniques, whatever you're most comfortable with. Right, I already told you guys 5, 3, right? You guys might have something that you're more comfortable with. We have 2 minutes to set up the techniques that we're comfortable with. So let's take advantage of this time now. focusing on how we can set those up. Think about the fight. How are we moving? We're not sitting on a straight line. We're fighting different fighters. We're fighting a kicker. We're fighting someone that moves a lot. We're fighting punchers. Right? Try to change up the fight. It's not the same thing the whole time. Ready? Set. Go! 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 Three! Go! 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 Back to you guys. 15 seconds. Go! Good. Ready into our push-up position. We got our 20 seconds of mountain climbers. Ready? We're set. And go! Almost there, guys. Let's finish strong here. Last 20 seconds, and then we're all done. Good time. All right. So thank you everyone for tuning in. We're definitely going to post this as well, so I'll have it on our YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel, we're also going to have lots of different drills from other WKC athletes. So feel free to go check out those videos and comment down below on the video where you guys were tuning in from, just so we can see what different countries we had visiting us here today on this Sunday morning. Okay, so thanks everyone for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed. Take care. Thank you. All right, thanks guys. Good.